Hi, I'm Scott with Manteca Trailer. Thank you for purchasing your RV from us. I'm going to go through and show you some preventative maintenance stuff to help your coach last a little longer and make your RV experience a little more enjoyable. Now for propane systems on RVs, either you have one built in like a motorhome or a carry-out system like this for fifth wheels or travel trailers. They are rated for 12 years. Every 12 years you need to have them inspected or replaced. There will be a date stamped on the right side of this valve here. You need to check that from time to time just to make sure you are within code. Now since this unit does have a leveling system installed, especially with the fifth wheel being the front hydraulic jacks, from time to time, especially if in an area that has just rained or does have softer soil, you will need to put some sort of a pad underneath this to prevent the unit from sinking. If you have a travel trailer, you need to level the system side to side. You do that by the tires. You also need to take those leveling pads, put them underneath the tires, pull up onto them, 1, 2 at a time, stack them up however high you need to. Now this unit does have an exterior electric awning. With these, you do want to keep these clean. You do want to keep them dirt-free. You want to keep them moisture-free. You do not want mold. Mold will build up. It will stain the awnings, and then it will also eat pinholes, which of course in the sun deteriorates even quicker. We do carry, this product carries an awning cleaner. You want something with a UV protectant in it also. The sun, of course, when it's rolled up, the very first roll will peel the vinyl off of the awning itself. You just want to do that as a little preventative maintenance. You want to do this about every 3 or 4 months whenever you can. Now RVs do have a TPO or a rubber roof, 2 different styles. Now as you can see on this unit, it does have drip rails up on the roof. Now this unit has extended drip rails to keep the water from dripping down the side of the coach. Even with that, you will still get some black streaks, some of the rubber itself actually washing up off the roof. Suggestion for that, a black streak remover, like this product here. It will remove the black rubber that's on the exterior without hurting, like this unit has a fiberglass gel coat. You want to use something like this. Don't use a heavy duty cleaner, because then you can actually start removing the gel coat that's on here, which is your protection on the fiberglass. Obviously you want to keep it nice, shiny, keep it clean. An RV wash and wax. Again, you don't have to be out here every 2 weeks washing your unit. Wouldn't hurt, but at least every 3 to 4 months get out here washing it, especially here on the West Coast. Especially for your vinyl stickers that are on here, to help keep them from peeling, keep them from curling up. You want to keep, again, a UV protectant, this RV wash and wax. Again, also to help your fiberglass exterior, also your gel coat protectant that's on. Also keeps your plastics from turning yellow over time too. Now about rubber roof maintenance or TPO roof maintenance, you need to clean the roof, just like the awning that I spoke of earlier. You need to keep dirt off. You need to keep the mold from attaching to anything and growing. Again, eating holes in the roof, which can be very expensive to fix later. You need to use a cleaner at least once a year. Get up on the unit, wash it off with the hose as much as you can, let it dry, come back with this cleaner. Just use a scrub brush, just scrub the roof real good as much as you can, get anything loose that you can. So especially if you have a rubber roof, some of the white rubber coating will actually come off too, that's okay. You need to get it off as much as you can. Now also clean your seals, your sealant around your vents, around your refrigerator vents, etc. Clean that also, because you want to keep those clean, keep the mold from growing. Now after you're done cleaning that, wash it off with a hose, again let it dry as much as you can. When you're done with that, especially with a rubber roof, okay, not a TPO, with a rubber roof, you need to come back with a UV treatment. Again, keep the sun from penetrating that rubber, drying out the rubber internally. Again, to prevent you from having to replace the whole rubber roof. Now also when you're cleaning your roof, you will inspect your seals that I told you to clean earlier. You need to inspect that to see if it is dried, if it is cracked, if it is separated. If it is, you need to come in with a Dicor product, either a leveling or self-leveling, to around your vents, around the edges of the unit, especially on a fifth wheel for the front caps. They like to leak around that. Also the Class C motorhomes like to leak around the front cap also. You need to keep up the maintenance on that. By the time you see a leak or stain inside the unit, it's already too late, the damage is already done. Do your preventative maintenance, it will save you a lot of money later. This unit does have a manual step system. Now with a manual step, when you are traveling, of course you have to step up. Now to keep the step from coming out, you can't hit that pothole just right where the step will come out. Take out the car next to you, etc. If you look on the side of your steps, there will be holes placed randomly along the sides, especially like this one here. Suggestion for that, take a little bungee strap if you've got one. If not, go down to your local AutoZone, O'Reilly's, automotive care place. Just put one across. That's all you have to do, just to keep the unit from the steps from popping out when you're traveling down the road. for slide maintenance on this, you do want to protect this rubber seal. It's also known as a blade seal. You want to keep this soft, you want to keep it pliable. You don't want this to dry up, to harden, to crack, okay? There is a slide out rubber seal spray. This is like a silicone spray. It is not a silicone spray. You want to get something that actually says for a slide out rubber seal. Do this about every 6 to 8 months, again, whenever you can remember. Go all the way around all 3 sides. Now, across the top might be a little difficult, especially if you're a person that has a slide topper on it. My suggestion, spray a rag, get a long broom, whatever you've got, shove it through to the side, pull it out on any other. Now, talking about some more preventative maintenance, your underneath slide systems you want to take care of also, just like your rubber seal that you did. You need to use a slide out lubricant. Do not use a silicone spray, do not use a WD-40, anything oil based. You want to use a dry lube or a dry graphite spray, which is what this is. You want to prevent dust or dirt or anything from getting underneath here, eating up your gears as you go along. Do this again about every 6 to 8 months whenever you remember. Now, when your unit is in storage, you're not using your unit, you need to protect your tires also. Again, UV protectant, keep the sun off of them. I do suggest tire covers. You can get them individual, or you can get them where they'll do a double or triple axle system, especially on the 5th wheel. You need to do that anytime it's going to be in storage, anytime it's going to be not protected. Obviously when you're traveling, you're fine, but the storage process, you need to keep them going. Now, talking about your sewer hose drain system. You will obviously need a sewer hose. I do suggest a 20 foot. It never seems like a 10 foot is never enough. What I do like about these easy coupler systems, they are a bayonet style fitting. It's simply a twist on system. It is in 2 20-foot sections also, or 2 10-foot sections, I'm sorry. It does have the elbow. What's nice with the elbow is it does make it a lot easier to drain, okay? You don't have to follow the hose down every time that you drain it. What's just nice with the elbow, it is for different size couplings. As you travel through the country, there's different size drains, you'll need to have that. For extended stays, you will need a sewer hose support to keep the, especially if you're on unlevel ground, you will need to have that also. Now, spiders love to make nests in here. Nice, dark, quiet place, okay? All it takes is one spider web to build over your propane orifice and the refrigerator will not work on propane. This is a neat little way to never worry about spiders in here again. Take a simple flea collar, a pet flea collar. Take at least a 6-inch strip of it, set it in here, replace it once a year when you blow it out, and never have to worry about a spider again. Now, for exterior maintenance, you do want to take care of your refrigerator. This is your bottom lower vent for the refrigerator. Once a year, pull this off. Take an air hose if you have access to one, blow this out. You want to keep this clean and free of debris as much as possible. Now, also when you blow this out, this is your drain tube off your coils on the very top of the refrigerator. Now, you want to make sure it is in this plastic tray. You don't want it hanging out here, obvious reasons. You don't want it draining onto your wood. This is the exterior water heater for this unit. Again, just like your refrigerator, you need to blow this out once a year, keep it free of debris. Take your flea collar, also that I told you about in the refrigerator, put it in there also. This is another propane appliance, you want to protect that from happening. This unit does have a central docking station, which does have your hose connections, your drain valves, your outside shower, your cable connections, etc., all located in one spot. Now, in your city water connection, which is what you'll connect to at the RV park itself, you must use a white food-grade hose. Do not use a black or a green garden hose. They have a rubber chemical taste in them that gets in your lines. It is very difficult to remove. Now, don't just take this hose and connect to the RV park. RVs are only rated for 55 pounds of pressure. That's why you got to use a water pressure regulator. This is your cheap little $15, $20 insurance policy. Put this at the faucet before the hose. I've actually heard of people getting enough of a pressure spike, their hose actually blowing. This protects your hose, this protects the whole unit. You never have to worry about ever blowing any water lines inside the unit. For your freshwater drinking system, especially for your holding tank, freshwater holding tank, you will from time to time get some old water tasted in there. You will need to use a water fresh chemical to clean out that system. Now, 1 ounce of this treats 20 gallons. Depending on the size of your holding tank, you need to treat that accordingly. Fill the tank about a quarter of the way, put this in there, fill it up the rest of the way. It's safe to drink, you're not going to taste it, you're not going to hurt anything, but it will kill any enzymes or any bacteria that is inside these tanks. Now, when you are using your non-toxic antifreeze in your lines, you will want to bypass your water heater. Some units have this installed from the factory, some don't. You will have to go behind the water heater and shut off the feed lines to that. Also drain your water heater if you're doing that also. Just to prevent any from rupturing the tank, any systems that can fail. Now, if your coach does have a hydraulic system for leveling, for your slides, etc., you're going to have a reservoir. This is a large reservoir. This does have slides and a leveling system, okay? Now only check this when the slides are in. And if you have a leveling system, the legs are up as much as you can, okay? Don't fill this when they're extended. You have a fill cap located right here on the reservoir, very easy to see. Yellow cap always, okay? This here is your fire alarm. You're gonna have this located somewhere on the ceiling of your unit somewhere. You will need to replace these with the 9-volt battery about every once a year. Now, for maintenance for storage of your refrigerator, anytime this is not going to be in storage, it's not going to be using, you need to keep these doors open. Now, a lot of people used to throw a rag or something over them. These now actually have a lock built in where the door will not completely shut. You can move the lock back and then shut it like normal. You need to do that anytime it's in storage to prevent any mold, any moisture from building up internally in these and have a surprise when you come back and open the door. Located in your bathroom, usually, sometimes in the kitchen, you are going to have your 110 outlet that is a GFI. This is your ground fault indicator. If this is tripped, none of your 110 plugs will work in this unit. To reset it, just push the simple button, just like at home, to reset your system. Now that is in every RV made. Now with your toilet, there is some maintenance that you need to do on this also. On the bottom of your ball valve, you do have what they call a blade seal. That keeps the water in the bowl. You need to lubricate that. Rubber does not absorb water. You need to use a drain valve lubricant or a blade seal lubricant. Again, do that about every 3 to 4 months. All you got to do is pour a little bit in the bowl, let it sit for 15-20 minutes, flush the toilet like you would normally do. Now for toilet chemicals, you do have some options. You do have liquid forms, or you do have what's the new style, pouches. A little easier system, kind of pre-measured. Some people still prefer the liquid systems, whatever you prefer. Always do it in every tank full. You need to put this in there. Now you do have to use special toilet paper for RVs. If it does not say RV or for marine tanks, do not use it. Regular residential toilet paper does not break down in the holding system that these do. They will not drain, they will clog your drain system. Now from time to time, toilet paper will hang up on the sensors and show that you have a full tank when you just drained it. To clean that off, we carry a tissue digester. Anything that's left over in your tank, anything that's built up on the sensors, you need to get rid of that. You need to do this anyway, even if it's not reading up on your sensors, about every 3 to 6 months if you're using this unit pretty recently. Your gray water tank is your drain for your shower and your sink system. Now from time to time you can get odors out of that, especially from body oils, etc. To get rid of that, you need to get a gray water control. All you need to do is put this down the drains themselves, either down the sink, down the shower, preferred if you can, just to prevent any odors from any buildup from happening in your system. Fire extinguishers for RVs are going to be located essentially by the door. Easy to get to from the inside, easy to get to from the outside. Some are refillable, some are just little throwaways. You need to check these at least every 3 months just to make sure they are charged, make sure they are up to date. They do have a date on them. You need to replace them or refill them by that date. Another system we do suggest with your slide toppers is window awnings themselves. Prevents the sun from coming inside, bleaching out the inside of your unit. Another suggestion for maintenance of your vehicle is a slide topper installed over your slide systems itself. It's a little mini awning that comes out with the slide. There's nothing manually you have to do. It comes automatically attached to the slide and attached to the unit itself. Again, that helps keep the sun off your blade seals that I was talking about earlier for maintenance, for keeping them soft. It also keeps any leaves and debris off the top of the slide when you bring the slide in. Prevents any sticks, leaves that are built up from grinding against the blade seal itself and deteriorating the seal. Don't forget to have our preventative maintenance and any customization you need done here at Manteca Trailer. Thank you for watching.
Manteca!